If you look closely at the hardware that drives modern business operations, you'll find the computer keyboard sitting at the absolute center. It operates as the primary interface for the IT-enabled services industry. This is a global sector dedicated to the rapid, continuous conversion of raw data into structured, usable information. There is a wide gap between the scale of this industry and the individuals powering it. A multinational corporation relies on terabytes of processed data every day, but that data is generated one keystroke at a time by a single operator sitting at a desk. This presents a specific engineering problem. How does the physical layout of a desktop hardware interface dictate the operational efficiency of international corporations? To understand the global IT BPM ecosystem, we have to reverse engineer it from the ground up. That starts with the tiny, tactile anchors built directly into the keyboard. Ultimately, global economic efficiency at this scale is a problem of physical human ergonomics. This diagram shows a standard computer keyboard layout. The highlighted middle row represents the home keys. This is the absolute base resting position for fingers during the start of any keyboarding operation. For the left hand, this resting mapping is assigned specifically to the A, S, D, and F keys. For the right hand, the fingers rest on the semicolon, L, K, and J keys. The rigid operational rule of touch typing dictates that immediately after a finger depresses a key in any other row, it must return to these exact home keys. Within this base position, there is a subcategory. The F key, the J key, and the number 5 on the numeric keypad serve a distinct purpose. These are the guide keys. If you examine a guide key, you'll find a specific physical characteristic, a small, raised, tangible mark or protrusion located directly on the surface. These marks provide a mechanical feedback loop. They allow typists to blindly reorient their hands back to the home keys using feel alone. By utilizing tactile feedback, the operator removes the need for visual searching. Keeping their eyes locked onto the source document instead of the keyboard allows input velocity to reach its maximum physical limit. That physical speed at the keyboard directly dictates the digital results appearing on the screen. The inputs being typed are classified as data, which is defined strictly as raw, unprocessed facts and material. Take a classroom count. If you present a scattered, disorganized tally of boys and girls, you are looking at raw data. Information, by contrast, is the structured result of processing that data. When those tallies are calculated and graphed, you can draw actionable conclusions. The primary role of a data entry operator is facilitating this exact transformation. Data is merely the raw resource. Information is the refined product that businesses actually use to make decisions. When you scale the conversion of raw data into information across thousands of workstations, the narrative shifts from an individual desk to a corporate network. This network forms the foundation of ITeS, or Information Technology Enabled Services. ITeS relies on outsourcing business processes that use IT to improve an organization's overall efficiency. These services cover a wide range of operations. They handle medical billing, process corporate payrolls, maintain legal databases, and manage human resources. Business process outsourcing, or BPO, is a specific sector under the ITeS umbrella, where these operations are handed entirely to outside service providers. Organizations utilize BPO services in countries like India for two primary motivations. They can reduce operational costs, while the BPO providers maintain firm control over service quality. These BPO industries operate as engines built strictly to scale up the raw data to information conversion process taking place on the operator's keyboard. The organizations operating within this IT business process management industry are categorized by 4 parameters: the sector being served, the range of offerings provided, the geographic spread of operations, and the overall revenues and size. Depending on how an organization aligns with those parameters, it falls into a specific corporate structure. First are multinational companies, or MNCs. These have headquarters located outside India, but they operate globally, serving both domestic and external global clients. Next are Indian service providers. These keep their headquarters strictly within India, while serving a mix of global and domestic clients. Finally, there are global in-house centers, or GICs. These organizations cater exclusively to their parent company and do not serve external clients at all. Whether an entity functions as an MNC, an ISP, or a GIC, depends entirely on where the organization's headquarters is located and who owns the processed information. Between 2008 and 2018, the IT BPM industry doubled its revenue and its contribution to India's GDP. Yet the macro geography of this massive industry is inextricably tethered back to the microergonomics of the individual operator. The success of a specialized global in-house center, or a multinational BPO, relies on the uninterrupted focus of its workforce. The tiered corporate taxonomy rests on a physical hardware interface defined by simple tactile bumps. From the physical protrusion on a guide key to the strategic deployment of a multinational corporation, the entire architecture of data entry is engineered for singular, rollerless efficiency.